This is a short video about 4 AMO athletes taking part in the MSIG 50km ultramarathon in the Sai Kung Country Park. The Sai Kung Country Park is located in the east of Hong Kong and is a 45 square kilometre park with some of the most iconic beaches and the best trails. It's a story about 4 athletes with different abilities. 2 were doing the first ever ultramarathon 50km race and 2 who were experienced ultra runners. So tomorrow being the big race?
Yes.
How are you feeling?
A bit nervous, otherwise good.
So Verlie, what's your nutrition plan for the race?
I plan to have 1.5 litre of water with me from the start. So basically have that every 10k and then eat a bar or some nuts every hour and maybe salt tablet. It depends how hot it is. Yeah, so it's very simple. Drink, eat, salt tablet, then run.
Ready for MSIG? That's a big question. Don't know. I'm injured.
What's your injury?
Hamstring. After the Standard Chartered Marathon, I hurt myself taking the dog out. And now it's what? That was just 6 days or 1 week before the MSIG race when it happened. And don't know what to do.
Are you all ready for the big race?
I hope so. I've been working hard on training. I did a half Ironman in the Philippines last weekend, which is my preparation, and I know the trails really well. It's where I go running regularly and test my sunglasses, so yeah, I hope so.
So what key equipment are you going to be bringing to the start line tomorrow?
I've got my trusty running shoes, well worn, and hydration system. I'm wearing a bladder, a 1.5 litre bladder with my nutrients and my electrolytes inside. And of course my sunglasses.
Goes without saying.
Absolutely.
What's your race plan?
Well, I know the splits I have to do and I know the course, so hopefully that's going to give me some advantage, and keeping within those splits, not going too fast at the beginning. Sharp Peak is going to be tough, and taking the goos regularly and salt so I don't cramp up.
Introduce yourself. Who are you and what's your sort of running background?
Okay, so I am Corrine Picut, I'm 47 years old, I am French. I have run for a long time actually. I think I started running when I was 20. And then when we moved to Hong Kong, I started to discover the trails and liking the trails. And last year we set up a goal with Fenny to do a trail race in Nepal. So we started to train a bit more seriously in a mountain. And I think we did really, really well. And then, then you just want to move to the next step. So next step is the 50k, and maybe I'm dreaming. I've been following some of my friends doing the Racing the Planet last week, and I would quite like.
I tell you, I'm surprised that you haven't yet. So
I would quite like.
I've got a little crystal ball, and I can see you doing really well in them. So.
I think.
My crystal ball's always right.
I think my next goal will probably be to do the Maclay hose, and if I'm okay, I'll probably do something a bit more crazy afterwards.
Feeling very excited, feeling great, very happy to be part of it.
And are you ready for the race?
My race is a 50k, injured, but I really want to give it a try.
The race starts at Pak Tam Chung, the entrance to the Sai Kung East Country Park. The first stage consists of an 8.5 kilometre run up Tai Cham Choi at 408 metres, down through the Lok Hu Trail and to Chek Keng Village. At Chek Keng Village, which is checkpoint 1, it's time for some water before you start the ascent up Sharp Peak. Sharp Peak is the highest point of this brutal race at 468 metres. From Sharp Peak it's a rapid, tricky descent with lots of loose stones, and if you don't twist an ankle, you'll arrive at one of Hong Kong's most beautiful beaches, Dai Long Wan Beach. After a 1 kilometre run along the beach, you're over the peninsula to Ham Tin, and you reach checkpoint 2 at 16.5 kilometres. It's time to stock up on food and you're off again. From Ham Tin, you go to Sai Wan village along a cliff trail with amazing views of the beaches and villages, and head inland until you reach the junction of Long Khe, Then it's a 3 to 4 kilometer ascent up Tai Cham Shan at 314 meters, then down again to the beach of Long Care, then up the other side. Then a fast descent to Tai Wan Beach, which is a great beach, but you have no time to enjoy it. Then it's up the other side in a steep trail until you hit the east dam in the country park. The trail now changes to concrete for about 2 to 3 kilometers until the turn off to Pak Lap. Then time to descend through a shiggy trail to Pak Lap through deserted villages to Sai Kung Manyu Road at 29 kilometers and checkpoint 3. Time for a water stop and for some nutrition.
How you doing, Tim?
I'm starting to feel a bit tired, but you know, generally okay.
You're good? You're looking good? How you doing for time?
A little bit ahead of schedule. It's you know, hardest bit still to come.
Yeah.
Last 15 k's now, so we'll see.
Eventually, at the West Dam you join the Shungi Country Trail, which is a 4-kilometer contour trail. It's not really flat and usually quite runnable, if your legs are not too tired. You now come out at Pak Tam Road for about 1 kilometer until you reach CP4, the final water stop. You still have one big hill to go. You have done 39 kilometers. From checkpoint 4 you take the little known Pak Tam Trail up to the village of Pak Tam Ao and join the stage 3 of the trail walker. From Pak Tam Ao you take the steps up Now Yi Shek Shan at 425 meters. These are what we call the steps from hell. They are grueling, tough, and it's a horrible climb at this stage of the race. Then 3 to 4 kilometers along a ridge, and then from here it's a 4-kilometer descent through some villages, back to Pak Tam Road, and finally to the finish line.
Woo! A really nice race, you know, enjoyed it. It was a bit hard at the end. You know, I wasn't really trained for the last 10k, so I really had to push and dig deep. But up to 40 was fine, everything was under control. And then last 10, the wheels started to come off. I just managed to keep them on, you know, and just managed to just keep a steady pace, slowed down. Not really trained for the 50, probably more trained for a 40.
Yeah, well you did it, mate.
Yeah.
There's still a hell of a lot of more people out there than here, so
yeah,
good on you.
Yeah.
Brilliant, gang. Well done.
Go on all the way through.
I had fun because I didn't have any problems with my tummy, which is always my problem. And I'm glad I didn't push it going up Sharp Peak. I really had to discipline myself. I thought, don't push it, just keep it steady. When I look at my watch, I got to checkpoint 1 in 1:13. I wanted a 1:20, and I thought, ooh, that was fast. So I had to, you know, back off a bit. And then I was feeling strong. Just keep going, and I just basically pacing it. But the moment, I think after the second half, I started overtaking men, and you know, I was like, I was playing, you know, that game, Pac-Man. Yeah. It's like, and I was very pleased. Although I suffered a little bit going up stage 3, the last 10k. What kept me going was I saw some guys like really slowing down, and I thought, no, just keep going. You know, don't get carried. You know, don't be influenced because it's a tough uphill. And I felt very good, and I'm very glad I finished in 7:40.
Actually, the weather was good. I was expecting something much warmer, much hotter, and actually it was fine. When we were up Sharp Peak, it was quite cold, but just as cold as you wish it was.
Yeah.
To cool you down.
Yeah.
Sharp Peak was great. Nobody was behind me to push me, and I made sure, you know, I just said, "Ooh, calm down." Just make sure they would not be pushing me forward. It was such a great race. And I mean, I don't know if my girls will see this video, but if I can say something to my girls, like, you know, you train hard, you expect success. That's it. You know, there's no secret.
Yeah, I'm happy. Very happy. Very happy that I finished it. Oh, so surprised. So surprised I can finish. No.
You said if you need to crawl it, you will crawl it.
Yeah, I know. I pray a lot.
Did you?
To whom? I thought I'm going to collapse, but I think I still can go to one try.
Yeah, really happy everyone finished the race and everyone seemed to have a good time and enjoy themselves.
So how was the race as a product test, Tim?
I think it was really good. All the athletes wore the sunglasses, and some of them wore them on their heads and some of them wore them on their face, and because of the adjustable temple arms, they just stuck really rock steady on the face, and the feedback was that people didn't even realise they're on their face, which was, you know, which is great.
Ideal, really, then,
which is great, yeah.
Okay, well, keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Expect to see you, Team Ono, on a podium near me soon.